If you've been watching the AI video space lately, you know we're way past the blurry, weirdly morphed test clips from 2 years ago. We are now seeing generation with photorealistic physics, like this glacier calving directly into the ocean. This line graph tracks the market value of AI video generation. Today, 45% of content creators use these tools daily. Generation latency is dropping below 5 seconds, and because of that speed, the market is projected to hit $10 billion by 2028. But as the graph zooms out into this scatter plot, you see the immediate symptom of that growth. The term AI video has fractured. We're looking at 50-plus disconnected tools that serve entirely different functions, built for entirely different workflows. This is where buyers fall into a trap. You see a viral demo of a cinematic space battle and you buy the software, but your actual production need for the week is a localized talking head video for internal HR. Suddenly, your team is wasting hours trying to force a complex Hollywood physics engine to execute a standard corporate marketing job. It's the wrong tool for the task. Success in 2026 doesn't come from finding the objectively best video generator. It comes from correctly diagnosing your team's specific production bottleneck before you spend a dime. This matrix plots out the software landscape. Up here in the top left, we have the cinematic generators, tools like Runway, Sora, Google Veo, and Luma. Their primary job is creating high-fidelity visual B-roll completely from scratch. To get usable results out of these models, your team has to supply heavy inputs. You need strict prompt discipline and a deep understanding of precise camera direction terminology to guide the AI. The payoff is striking. You get accurate fluid dynamics, like this ink blooming and twisting organically through water, allowing you to build highly original scenes. But there are strict trade-offs. The learning curve is steep, and your final outputs are often limited to short bursts of just 4 to 8 seconds. Looking at this scorecard comparing the top models, you'll notice a high rate of credit consumption. Because teams have to re-roll generations multiple times to get the perfect shot, they burn through API credits unpredictably. That makes cinematic generators essential for creative agencies prioritizing craft, but a massive money pit for corporate teams trying to scale up their daily volume. If your priority is volume, we shift to the top right quadrant, the corporate scalers. Platforms like Synthesia and HeyGen completely abandon cinematic physics in favor of avatar-based talking heads. The input workflow here is entirely frictionless. Instead of booking a physical studio, setting up lights, and doing multiple takes, you just type a script into a browser and select a digital voice clone. This architecture provides a massive logistical advantage. With one click, you can execute localization, translating your presenter's audio and lip sync into over 160 different languages. This comparison matrix tracks a 100-video campaign. The avatar platforms win easily on cost and turnaround time. However, there is an emotional ceiling. Avatars provide incredible clarity, but their synthetic nature flattens emotional brand storytelling. You are trading emotional resonance for ultimate logistical throughput. That makes these tools strictly ideal for employee training, compliance videos, and global sales localization. Moving to the bottom right quadrant, we find the repurposers, like Descript, Veed, and InVideo. These differ from everything we've covered because they rely on your existing footage rather than generating visuals from a prompt. They use a text-based editing workflow. You upload a speech-heavy recording, like a Zoom webinar, and you simply delete text in the generated transcript. The software automatically cuts the video timeline to match. This flowchart maps out the speed advantage. You go from raw footage, to a text edit, to AI removing the ums or ahs, straight into auto-sizing the dimensions for TikTok or LinkedIn. You can extract dozens of auto-captioned social clips in minutes. The core trade-off here is pacing. Relying completely on AI automations can result in a robotic rhythm. Human editorial polish is still required to make the final cut feel natural. Repurposers offer the highest ROI if your specific bottleneck is taking one long-form asset and slicing it into 10 short assets by Friday afternoon. Finally, we hit the most ignored quadrant, workflow orchestrators, like Monday Agents and Adobe Firefly. These tools tackle the operational drag of video production. We call this the hidden 50. The implementation trade-off is that this requires an enterprise-level setup. Your team has to be willing to abandon their disconnected, personal desktop folders and commit to a centralized system. If your team's production is stalled by coordination rather than creation, buying faster generation tools will fail. You need an orchestration layer to clear the traffic jam. Process always beats tool loyalty. Diagnosing your exact friction point is the only reliable path to a return on your investment. This decision tree checklist maps out the rules. Rule 1. If your bottleneck is upstream visual ideation, like building storyboards or locking in an art style, stay out of video tools. Use static image generators to lock in your style consistency cheaply. Rule 2. If your bottleneck is scaling executive updates globally, fully commit to an avatar platform for the logistical ease of instant translation. Rule 3. If your bottleneck is cutting down existing webinars for social posts, subscribe to a text-based repurposer. AI significantly speeds up the drafting process, but it does not replace human editorial judgment and taste. You still have to decide what is worth publishing. Pick the job first, then select the specific tool that removes the friction from that job. That is how you rescue your team from expensive software lock-in.